Hello. Today we have Wolf with us, who is the owner of One You Love Home Care. He's got a very dynamic spin on that, and we're going to talk about that. Wolf, do you want to first give them your phone number and any other information, and we'll also do it at the end?
Absolutely. So the phone number to reach One You Love Home Care is 561-459-5553. If you want to reach me directly, my direct line is 954-232-7521. And you can actually text me there too. And that's probably the easiest way. I'm not going to give an email address out. It's lengthy. It'll be fine.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so what we're going to start with is how do you specifically help seniors?
So we provide what I refer to as non-medical in-home care. So we provide home health aides, which basically are there for seniors to help them with those activities of daily living. So it's both companion care, which is kind of what it sounds like. It's being with someone and doing all those extra things that maybe they need help with, driving them to the doctor, helping them with meal preparation or some light housekeeping, that kind of thing. And then we also provide personal care, and personal care is really hands-on care. That's everything that is from if you have trouble transferring, you have trouble getting up or staying, being safe while you're walking, to showering, toileting, grooming, dressing. All of those things are part of personal care, and it is all, like I said, it's all non-medical. So if you're getting physical therapy or occupational therapy, we're the care that's around that and between it, making sure you're safe between that kind of help that you're getting.
Can people do, first, I guess my thought is, are the services covered by insurance? And if they are, can they do physical therapy and your care in the same day? Or is there some issue with two services in one day? Because I've heard that might be an issue for some.
So our care is specifically an out-of-pocket expense. The insurance that we do work with is long-term care insurance. So if you have a policy, we can certainly work with that, but we do not work with Medicare or Medicaid.
Okay.
I don't know if that answers. I can answer that question more completely if you like.
No, I think that's great. Unless, Brian, you think there's more that our viewers would like to know?
Well, I mean, I'd like to just know how you came to this. What's your background, Wolf? How'd you come to, want to do this type of care? Joelle and I have a story on how we started senior transition helpers, and, very personal to us. So curious to hear how you came into this sphere.
Right.
Well, I'm fairly new to enter any kind of senior care at all. So my origin story can be very long, so I will keep it.
We got a couple hours. We're good.
I'll keep it reasonably short. All right, so I was doing something completely different than this. I was working in broadcast television and advertising sales, and so all this streaming advertising. So I was doing something, and I had a 30-year career doing that. And a couple of things happened at the same time. So not that long ago, 2018, my mom went into assisted living after kind of trying to keep away from senior living as long as she could. So she went into an assisted living community about a mile away from my house. So when I went there and I started going there to see her, I was exposed to a whole community of people helping the elderly that I had never been around before, because my mom refused to get any care for her entire life. So my eyes were really wide open, like, wow, this is something that people do. And, that impacted me at a time in my life when I really was interested in doing something more meaningful than what I was doing, more meaningful to people, to humanity. And so with that, COVID hit. So a couple of years after that, COVID hit, and I had a lot of time at home. So I'm working from home, again, for in an advertising industry, and just spending more time trying to see my mom as much as I could, and really kind of thinking about what I wanted to do for, something, again, more meaningful. And I started to just really talk to the people at that community about what they do and how they do it. And I decided that it was perhaps time to make a change, and it was a good time to do it because I wasn't forced to go into the office every day. So I had a little extra time to kind of do what I needed to do. And I just had a real desire to do something like that. And I connected with a franchise. I connected with One You Love Home Care as a franchise, a fairly new franchise. And they were really good about showing me what I could do and how I could do it. So I would never make a transition to a totally different business or industry without some help. And they were instrumental in making sure that I safely made the transition and I was doing everything that I needed to do. And one day in 2021, I quit my job. I was fully licensed. I had an office, I had a staff, and I opened my doors right in the middle of COVID with One You Love Home Care. So,
That's
and then
great.
here we are today. So
It might have been a great time to start that business, right?
that's exactly right. So there was definitely a need for people who wanted to stay home. And it was just a very interesting time, to say the least. I can continue to speak on that if you would like. Sure. Okay. So with that, when I started with home care, it was all brand new. And so, you look at me as somebody who's been providing elder care for 3 years and say, well, that's not really a lot of time. But everyone in my office has been doing it for decades. And I had the opportunity to really take the time to pick the right people. And really the most important for people who are getting care is the aid. So because we're new and we're a little bit smaller, we make sure that every aid that's on our list of know, like, and trust caregivers, our roster of caregivers that we're trying to find every single day. When we have those people, I've met them all, which is not true of every agency like mine. And they really have to be somebody that I would want to put into my family's home. And with that, we really strive to have the caregiver not just match the level of care and the proximity to the person, but also personality. Having somebody actually like their caregiver, a lot of the time is as important or sometimes more important than the care itself. So the complaint the complaint we try to avoid is that first complaint. Why would you send this caregiver to me?
Are you doing this in home and in a community? Like if someone wanted extra help in a community, do you have any clients that have that situation?
Correct. So we definitely provide care in people's homes, it's home care. But if somebody is in a community or a facility, we have clients who are in, independent living communities, assisted living, and just making sure they get that extra help that they might need. And also in some skilled nursing communities as well, and rehab. So both in the communities for people who are there long-term and when they get sent home. So we do provide that, yeah.
That's great. Is there a success story that you want to tell us about?
I think the most impactful story that I have was the first one. So when we opened our doors and we started working on providing care, I went out, it was myself and my administrator, Anita, and the two of us went out and met with a potential client that had MS, and it was he and his wife. And, it was so very brand new, it was brand new to me, and just really kind of learn what you do and how you do it. And just hearing their story, sitting across the kitchen table for somebody who really needed your help, truly needed your help, and to be able to bring in the right aid and start that care was really moving. Like when we met with those people and we kind of agreed to work together and we agreed to provide care for them. I just remember going home and, telling my wife, like, I'm so happy that I'm here. It's so good to be here and to be able to do this. It's so impactful. And from that, here we are today. It's like, it's all about care. Like if you provide the right care, everything else kind of fills itself in. It kind of takes care of itself.
That
How do you
compassion
define
that,
you?
go ahead, I'm sorry. I was
That's
just
okay.
going to say that the compassion that you have and that smile that you just flashed really hit my heart and really shows me, and I guess hopefully the viewers out there, that you really care, and getting the right care is the most important thing. you know, whether it's an illness or it's the ADLs or whatever it is, getting the right person and the right care, that match is the most important thing because that can make or break you. And knowing that you have that kind heart really, to me, makes a big difference. So that's all I was going to say. It's just, I loved seeing that giant bright smile.
Well, thank you so much.
It was really,
Thank
you know what that was? It was the fulfillment of what you had been thinking of.
Exactly.
And your smile just showed that,
Exactly.
that's awesome. How do they find you? So, I mean, how did you get started in terms of letting people know you're out there and that you offer such a thing?
So it really is about being in the community and reaching out to the and just connecting with those people that can connect you. So there are a lot of different ways to do that. I can reach people online and have, an online marketing campaign, but it really is about, mostly a referral business. This is the communities know who we are, and they give us an opportunity to provide a little bit of care, and we can just show that we have the right caregivers and have the right attitude, and then we can get more care from there. And as far as, we're connected to some groups that are the groups that are sort of networking for senior care. And when those people get to know you, and then they're able to kind of refer you as well. But it really is just being there, them understanding who you are and what you do, and everybody understanding that you're here and you're going to be here for a long time, and just what you're about. And when you do that, then you work with someone, then you work with someone else, and then they refer you, and it really is a referral business. It really is.
Super. So beautiful, because I know you really are helping people stay in their home when that's really their preference. And I think you fill in the gap from needing to move to an assisted facility. They can be at home, have your assistance and your aides, and still be safe and comfortable, and go about their daily living. So what a wonderful service. And how do they reach you? So if someone's listening or watching and they want to reach out to you, what do they do?
You just pick up the phone. You can go online, and you can type in One You Love Home Care, all words, One You Love Home Care, Boca Raton, which is simply where our office is. We work with all of Southern Palm Beach County. So One You Love Home Care, Boca Raton, and it's easy to find us. We're there. If you want to give us a call, you can reach us. Our office number again is 561-459-5553. And my personal cell, which you can feel free to call me or text me, is 954-232-7521.
That's fantastic. Brian, you want to tell them how they can reach us?
They can reach us by going to seniortransitionhelpers.com. Joelle, you want to give your cell phone number? I'll give mine.
It's 443-277-3160.
And mine is 443-324-8424. And we're certainly there to make a transition from the home to a community, a smooth, easy, hassle-free one. And we have lots and lots of options for how to best utilize the equity in your home to make that transition. So give us a call. And Wolf, thank you for what you do. I mean, I know it's a business, but it's more than a business. It's coming from your heart, and that's a beautiful thing.
That's right.
Thank you so much, and thank you for what you guys do. I mean, we're all part of just making sure people are taken care of.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we'll be back again next week, and I thank you, everyone.